everybody, welcome to Walnut Lodge's Foundation Series Part 3. It's a Tuesday afternoon. It looks beautiful out, a little on the chilly side. I'm happy to see you guys with me today. Cheryl's here, and Babs is here, and Patty's here, and Millie's here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to do a class today that has quite a bit of stomach work in. And then if you like this class, just kind of mark it on your calendar and come back to it, because I'm going to leave that bit and start working on some other things for the next 6 weeks. So I just thought I'd do one class where I kind of put all the stuff that we worked on in one flow, and then you can go back to that and work that at your own pace. It's really hard to keep adding things unless you leave out some other things. So I wanted to really get to some more hip stuff. So just like I said, mark it on your calendar. It'll be up on the YouTube channel, till at least summer. Then I'm going to organize them a little bit better because I know they're really hard to go through. All right, so I still have my long sleeve waffle shirt on because it's chilly. I have new clothes, but they're all too warm. They're too warm, or they're too cold rather. All right, so today we're going to need for sure a strap and a block. Again, I'm not so sure about my bolster, but we'll kind of see, where that goes. All right, so what I won't leave out of these classes, though, is this arm bit at the beginning. It has quite a bit of stomach work in it also, but I know that those of you guys out there, you really need this. So do I, so does everybody. So we will keep this going. All right, so I'm just sitting back on my heels, checking out, how my quads and knees are doing. Do this every day just to keep that nice range of motion in my joints, my knee joints. All right, coming to a table for a little wrist stretch. We'll see where this is. Wiggling it back till I can feel a good amount of stretch, right? And then taking my shoulders, pushing them forward to get that wrist stretch. Just using little pulses. Just a couple more little rocks. Really feel the base of the thumb and the index finger. All right, and then tips of the fingers. Dig tips, and that'll shift you back. Let go and rock back forward. Dig the tips, shift it back, forward. Dig the tips, and shift. Again, pull the fingers into the floor, release. Just as the last one. Pull the fingers into the floor. Keep it. Push your shoulders forward over your hands. Just keep both going. You can feel the changes in the wrist. Keep both going. And tuck the toes. Sit back. Feel the ankles, the bottom of the foot start to stretch, and then sit back if you can, and rotate if you can't sit back. Just stay where you were and stay here and let the feet stretch without the full weight of the torso. And then, if you can, just give your wrists a little wiggle before we go into the next hand stretch. All right, pretty good. Fingers towards you. Come down on the tops of your feet. Press the base of the knuckles. And then sit back. Again, press. Bend the elbows just a little bit, trying to peel the heels of the hands off the ground. And breathe. And sit and peel. And one more time. Start those wrist rotations. Use as much of the fingers as you can. Make it a big movement. Keep flipping them both ways. One way 4 or 5 times. The other way 4 or 5 times. And this one I like to do a little bit longer until I can really feel like my forearms are starting to get tired. They're not really tired, but I don't do a lot, you know, with my wrists like this. Except maybe pulling weeds, and I haven't gotten to that yet. One more time. All right. Hands forward, sitting back. Just spread those fingers wide. You can feel the circulation in them even after that. All right, but shifting your focus to your spine. Take that tailbone, tuck it under. Use your guts to pull yourself up. And then release the sit bones to the back. Feel that line go through the spine. And sit. Again, tuck the tailbone. Use that to pull you up. Reach the tailbone to the back. Feel the fold into the hips. Tailbone under. Pull up. Tailbone reach. Back to the fold. Tailbone under. Feel your stomach. Release it back to the fold with the breath. Exhale to pull up. Inhale to reach back. Exhale to pull up. Inhale to reach back. Exhale. Feel the curve. Inhale. Feel the extension. Exhale. Pull it up. Inhale. Reach it long. Exhale. Pull it up. Inhale. Reach it long. Last one. Exhale. Pull it up. Inhale. Reach it long. Sliding out. All right. Pelvis down. Relax your shoulders. Kind of creep the thighs out of the hip sockets if you can. Just move them back a little bit. Get a read on your back. And then just let everything sag. If that's not good on your low back, tuck your tailbone and flatten out that back, the low back a little bit using a posterior tilt. If not, just keep dropping your head. releasing from the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades pulling towards one another, sagging the torso just off of that line. And then inhale, push the spine up and through, feel the stretch. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, push. Exhale, sink. Inhale, push. Exhale, sink. Inhale, push and stay. Knees together. Pick your tailbone up, stick it out, and then pull it towards you. So half plank, push. Spine up through the shoulder blades, and then feel that pubic bone lifting into your spine. Feel your tailbone going long. Low back is supported. Shoulder blades are pressing actually down and then forward towards, or actually towards the sides of your rib cage. Trying to feel that spine going up as much as you can. All right, so from here, we're going to do 5 more shrugs. So inhale, push up a little higher. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. This is the last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, come down. Lay the pelvis down. And then feel that extension go through your spine. Elbows forward. And then either chin on your knuckles or chin on the heels of your hands. Just let that throat stretch. Relax the neck. And then breathe the ribs forward. Let your upper back just kind of sink down. So you feel those ribs trying to reach towards your elbows on the inhales. And then exhale, just relax. One more. Pick up, move the arms back, and then drop your head. Relax the shoulders again. And then from here, just push from your elbows halfway back. All right. And then drop the head towards the floor. Let yourself sink pelvis towards the thighs. And so, our arms are on this extension. Just getting ready for that dolphin, but just try to use the exhale to push out the elbows and push the sit bones back. Just easy to push to the end of that arm position, whatever you have. My head's on the ground. I just keep pushing my armpits towards the ground. And then I always run again up against my right shoulder, because I dislocated that one twice. And so there's scar tissue in there, and it stops me from really extending, so I have to kind of work with it to get my range of motion. A couple more of these. Just easy. It's not full weight bearing, but it's a little bit more than nothing. And just gently inhaling that space open. Alright, that's getting us ready for the dolphin. So we're going to move back just a little bit. You can always adjust this, tuck your toes, and press the hips to the ceiling. Alright, press through your heels. Your knees do not have to be totally straight. And we're going to do the same thing here. No dips or anything, just pushing. On the exhales, pushing. Now there's more weight on that arm, so you're really getting an elevation, depression motion, the shrug motion in the vertical plane, working. It's warming up the shoulders a little bit more. I'm working this a little bit longer today than normal. And knees down. Just come back to sitting. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe into your chest. And you can feel the activity in the shoulder, right? Just let that work in there. So one of the big things about getting older is that you have to just warm up a little bit more, right? You have to make sure you're ready to do the hard stuff. It's not that you can't do it, but it's really hard to just jump right in, all right? So reaching the hands forward. Feel that extended child. Elbows are up. Now pull your tailbone into that half plank, but not the Sphinx plank. Feel your shoulders going forward, right? Pubic bone is lifted, tailbone is reaching to your knees. Feel that nice line. So we're going to do 5 push-ups here, and then we'll do more push-ups later. But this again is just a kind of a nice warm-up to go forward and push up. And again, go forward. You feel the front of the shoulder. And go forward and push up. And go forward and one more. And go forward and push up. Tuck your toes, pressing back to a down dog. Shift your weight to your right leg. Press through the heel. Stretch that calf. Feel your fingers. Breathe. And shift to the left leg. Keep feeling the reach of the sit bones coming from the fingers And then press your heels, pull your tailbone, and we're going out to that plank, all right? So the point of this is to really feel that tailbone take you to this position. And then we're going to lift the tailbone and push back to that down dog. So we exhale, pull long, inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, pull long, inhale, up and back. Exhale, pull long, inhale, up and back. Exhale, pull long, inhale. Now to the push-up. Exhale, pull long, down, up, sit bones back. You can always put your knees down on that. Tailbone, reach long, down and up, push it back. Exhale, long, down and up, push it back. Pull the tailbone, out you go, down and up. Just one more. Pull the tailbone, out you go, down and up, push back. Knees down, sit back, rest, breathe. Not that easy. Good though, it's good for you. So the modifications for that, we went over those a couple weeks ago. You can either use a strap, you can use a bolster, or you could put your knees down. It's definitely worth doing. Just a couple more breaths here, just letting your wrists go, shoulders. Maybe get another drink because now I'm getting warm. That's good. All right, sliding out. Sphinx posture. But rolling then to the right side. All right, release the shoulder. Breathe in your ribs. Now, when we were doing this class every day, I didn't do this every time, but I really like this side work because I have a twist, and this really helps release all of that. If you have any kind of injuries, this is really good. Now press through your elbow and just lift up. Now you can stay here if you want. And this is mainly to stretch this lower side, and then also to work, the kinks out of the serratus. But if you can come up onto your hand, let yourself rock back, release your shoulder, and then side stack, right? Knee over your knee, hip over your hip. And then again, release the rib cage down. You can feel the pull from the serratus muscle. You can feel the pull through the sideline down to the hip crest. Just breathe as big as you can, move as much of your ribs as you can. Now push down into that hand. Feel the shoulder blade go down. Extending up and out of it. You're higher. You can feel the stretch above that hip crest on the lower side. Breathe. One more big inhale, and then come down, roll center, and then other side. Stack yourself, release your shoulder, let the ribs sag, breathe. Big on that left side, that underside. Push up and out of that. If you're good there, rock back a little bit, hands down, rock yourself forward, relax that shoulder, and then breathe into the ribs. Now press down into that hand. Push yourself up a little higher. Breathe. And come on down and roll center. All right, your knees are together. So we're going to go into the side planks today, but we're going to start in a full Sphinx plank. If you're going to do the half planks, just bend your knees and roll to the sides of your knees. So here we go. Press your spine up through, lift your tailbone, right? And then tuck under, feel your belly, pull that, tuck your toes, and then stretch from your hands to the elbows, back to the heels. Breathe. Now we're going to lift that left hip up and roll to the side plank. And up we go. Push. Keep pushing up and out of that arm. Get ready, inhale. Exhale, roll center. And then push. And then other side. Keep breathing. Take a big inhale, roll, center, feel the push, knees down, roll. Let the shoulders go. Just a couple of breaths here. I used to push back to a child pose in these, and you always can do that, but when I want my shoulders to drop down, I like to sit. If I want to feel my shoulders open and my spine open more, then I go into a child pose. It's just kind of good to know those variations. Last night in class, I asked everybody to do the counter pose that they wanted to do, and everybody did something different. So what that tells you is that, of course, everybody needs something different. And sometimes it's good to know when you have that choice. All right, reach your hands forward. Tuck the toes, press back to a down dog. Nice and wide. And we're just going to kind of work the down dog for a couple of breaths. Just feeling the push through. Couple more. All right, feel the push. Pull your tailbone out to a plank, side arm balance, left side up. So rolling and push. Breathe. Every time you exhale, push away from your hand. Big inhale, roll, center, lift the waist up, and other side. Keep pushing up. Big inhale, roll, center, down, rod, extend the feet, push. Up dog, knees stay down, breathe your ribs forward, breathe. And then we're pressing back, child pose this time. Squashing back, releasing your spine. Breathe. and roll yourself up. All right. So, hopefully you feel like your arms have done some work. Nice thing about those planks though, it's not just arm work. You know, it's everything. All right. Coming to a sitting position. Actually, no. Coming onto your knees, sitting position. Grab your strap. Shoulder width loop. So our arms are pretty warm. All right, pull the shoulders back. You can feel them. Pull them up. Take them back behind you, right? You can stay here. You could go up onto your knees. You can stand. I think I'll go up onto my knees. All right. Can't see my arms, but that's okay. So we're going to push out on our strap, lifting the ribs up. And again, pushing out on that strap. And again, pushing out on the strap. One more time. Pushing out. Drop your chin. Stay there. Just let the shoulders adjust. Feel your sit bones going down. Long backs. And then just releasing this down. So, I mean, that's the stretch that you use in the down dog. That's just a little bit more extreme because there's, I don't know, maybe it isn't. It is for me because I can push it a little bit more. When you're in that down dog, you can also push that, but there's weight on that. So you don't want your elbows to go into too much of a hyperextension. All right, so same shoulder width, and then I just move mine in about an inch on this. And then now just throw your hips forward. And we're going to go into the chest stretch. So put your wrists in your strap, behind your back, fingers towards you. All right. And then lift your chest. Now push out on that strap, make it as tight as possible. And then just use that to help you lift your chest a little bit more, all right? Works really well. Just wiggle the fingers out till that's tight and then push in that direction. And you can feel a lot more lift in your chest. So we're just gonna hold this. Pushing even through both arms. Fingers are spread. Remember, if you're not getting a good chest stretch here, wiggle your butt forward or your hands back. Just a couple more. And then release, curve the spine, round yourself forward. Just hang there a couple breaths. Roll yourself up again. Reposition your hands. All right, push open. All right, bend your knees. Soles of the feet flat. So we're going to go into, the beginnings. This will be a reverse table, working up to the east stretch. So collapse the shoulders first, then pull them open, push out on that strap, and then press your pelvis up, right? Just keep pushing your chest up. It's not easy. Keep the sit bones reaching into the backs of your knees. Chin is just tucked into your chest. You can make it go long. You could drop it back. Most people don't like that. Another 5 seconds here. Push up. Push up. And come down. Release your arms forward into just a little bit of a hang, but let your shoulders go. So we're not really doing a nice forward bend. We're just letting the shoulders go forward because we're going to do one more of those. I bet you all were wondering why we were doing all that chest work, right? East stretch is a really hard position, and it's nice to kind of work this reverse table. It's not quite as hard, but we still get the two components, which is the pelvis pushing forward and up, and then the chest lifting up, as high as we can get it. All right, so before we do that again, because it's not only shoulders, it's also upper back. Take your block, put it behind you, and actually, if you can, put it on this position. This is the higher position. You could also use a bolster here. Right. So I'm going to put the lower edge right underneath my shoulder blades so that when I lay here, my shoulder blades are on the block, and then I'm going to let my head hang. Now, take your lower ribs and inhale, push them up to the ceiling on the inhales, and then just let everything release on the exhales. Couple more. Take the arms up, interlace, and then stretch them to straight. If they don't touch the ground, that's okay. Just keep reaching them in that direction. One more, and release that. And then roll off your block to the right. And just curve your back. Couple breaths here. And roll yourself up. All right. Move that block. Grab your strap. One more. We'll just see if that helped our upper back any. Maybe get a, just a little bit more openness. All right. So hands in. Back behind you, kind of where they were, right? Get a good stretch. Push out on that strap. Yeah, I got a little bit more from that. Feet down, hip width, right? Take your tailbone. It's going to go forward towards your feet and up. Press open with the shoulders. Up you go. Actually, my feet are a little too close. Breathe. Keep pushing open. You feel the front of your shoulder working. I like to put a little rock into this. You can feel the glutes working. Push up a little more. Front of the shoulders really on a nice stretch. Couple more breaths here. We're going to stay here another 5 seconds. Oh, maybe another 5 seconds. Yeah, push up and just another 5 seconds. And come on down. This time, release the arms and just roll down onto your spine. Let the arms go to the side. Couple nice big inhales. Pulling the knees in. Feeling that low back on the ground, right? Pull the knees in with your arms. Pull the pubic bone up with your guts, right? Now let go with your arms. Just keep feeling that line of the knee pull towards your face. Feel the hip flexors and then feel the abdominals. So really just trying to figure out how to keep a hold of both. Now keep a hold of your abdominals. Let the knees drift over your hip sockets, okay? That low back is pressing into the ground. Keep pressing it into the ground. Shoulder blades are down. Every time you exhale, push your waist back into the ground, all right, to hold the weight of the legs. Now, you can stay here. You can straighten the legs. You can lower the legs. We're going to hold whatever you can hold for 1 minute. I mean, we're already, 15 seconds in. Keep pressing that low back into the ground. Don't let it come up at all. You can keep lowering it like I am. Or you can hold it up a little higher. Keep pressing. Couple more breaths. And then pull the knees in. Release that. Just little pulls. All right, now we're going to go into those rocks. The rocks will take us up to the V seat. All right, so we pull, 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 pull. Now we're going to let it rock us. Pull, 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 up, and up, and up, one more, and up, stay, hold on to your knees, push your chest, shoulder blades down, just feel the chest reaching forward, the pelvis pushing into your thighs. The thighs pulling back and into the pelvis. But you're trying to make that angle. Trying to keep the curve out of the low back. So here a little bit more, right? Curve out of the low back, okay? So your balance. We're gonna let go with our arms. Hold that for 1 minute. We'll keep our legs just right here. Remember, if you have to hold on, just hold on. Let go. Breathe. Keep going. Now, we're going to roll down by taking our pelvis from this anterior position to a posterior position, right? So lift up, tuck your tailbone under, right? And slow roll down. Pull the knees in. Couple breaths. Soles of the feet down. Before we do the next one, just let the pelvis drop side to side. Let the knees windshield wiper. It's just a release. You can't do it wrong. Just make it feel good. Side to side, slow, fast, doesn't matter. One more side. Yeah, knees pull in. Couple more rocks. Up and go up and whoop and whoop and whoop and whoop. One more. Stay. Straighten your legs, hold on underneath, flatten your back out, all right? Same thing here, we're pushing our pelvis towards our legs, shoulder blades are down, reaching through the legs, let go. This is quite a bit harder, so if you need to hold on, especially if you feel like you're losing your back, grab a hold and push your pelvis forward. Or not. Keep smiling. 30 seconds to go. One more nice big inhale. Same thing. Roll down. Pull the knees in. Soles of the feet down. One more little side. Come center, grab your block. Put your block between your knees. Arms to the side. Press that low back into the ground. Squeeze the block. So we're going to inhale, knees drop to the left, but don't let them touch. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. 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 Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Now, if you can, straighten your legs. Still keep squeezing that block. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. 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 Last one. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. And release. All right, we're not done yet, but we're almost done. So you're gonna roll up. And we're gonna do the salamander to end. So bend your right knee, creep that left leg back. Take that left hip, put it on the ground, and just look back towards your foot. Just let the pelvis, it has a little bit of a twist on it. You're squashing into that right leg. Your front of that left hip socket has a little bit of opening, right? Stay up on the elbows. Breathe. And then drag that left leg in, send that right leg back, reach that hip back, roll the right thigh to the ground, look to your left, relax the waist, breathe. All right, pull yourself center and then just pull that right leg in. And that's it for today. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support and enjoy the day, the rest of the day. Namaste.